imagine making money holding a leverage position, especially on Hyperliquid. I'm actually doing that right now. Let me show you guys real quick. It's actually pretty cool, and it's what I recently found out. It's called yield farming the short. So I'll show you what I mean. So in this case, okay, so just to give you a bit of a preview, I'm talking about the Aster token. So I shorted the Aster token. Now, what's Aster? Let's go over to the other tab. Aster is a recently launched token. I think it launched 4 days ago. And it's a token that belongs to Aster DEX. So this is Aster DEX, and Aster DEX is built on Aster chain. I'm not sure how long it's been in development. I'm still looking through some of the documentation. But the point is, Aster DEX is like Hyperliquid. It's a perpetual futures exchange. It's a spot exchange, and it's built on its own chain that is eventually is going to have, its own ecosystem of dApps and people and all that stuff. And they're going to have like a ton of incentives for trading activity on the chain and on the DEX. But yeah, Aster DEX is like Hyperliquid. It's just that Hyperliquid has a more developed ecosystem at the moment. And that's it really. Now, Aster coin is the coin that belongs, to Aster chain, and it's recently, I think a day or two ago, it's recently been launched on Hyperliquid to trade perpetual futures. So yeah, so that's the current background. Now, let's get into the topic of the video, making. Let's say, let me put it this way, getting paid to hold a leverage position. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Let's go to the top right of the chart. Okay, what is this? This is the funding rate. Let's read this out real quick. This is what I mean. The hourly rate at which longs pay shorts. If it's negative, shorts pay longs. There are no fees associated with funding, which is a peer-to-peer transfer between users to push prices towards the spot price, okay? So that sounds like a bunch of jargon. So basically, when there's a market imbalance, say the longs are 1 million and the shorts are 100,000, then the people who are holding long positions are gonna get charged, and that charge is gonna go to pay the shorts. This is to balance the market and everything. So right now, this is what's happening to my portfolio, right? When I opened the long before, I was, charged the funding rate. So this was red, as in it was a negative. But since I opened the short with 100 margin, right here, with 100 margin, it says somewhere here, with a margin of 100, I was paid 7 cents to hold that short, and that is being paid from whoever's holding their long positions. And I've held this for about 2 hours now, so about 3 cents an hour at the current funding rate. Sometimes this funding rate actually goes to 0.1%. So at some point, I'm going to get paid even more to hold this position. So that's what I'm doing. There are other people that are sort of taking this strategy. I'm not an expert by no means. I sort of just recently figured this out. So I'm going to try it out. I tried it out with, I'm going to open my order here, open my trade history. I opened it at first. I opened the short position at first with 14 Aster, so about 10 USDC at 2x leverage. And then I decided to get more exposure, and I opened the second. I added to that position about a 90 USDC. So my total exposure, my collateral is 100 USDC, and I'm just going to open that until, I don't know, I lose or something. So the idea is that the longer I hold on to this short position, the more money I'll make just by holding it. And as the price goes up, I'll just continue to add margin. Okay, so in this case, I'm just going to add incrementally. So I'm going to show you right here. Short, blah, blah, blah. So everything is correct. Place order. I'm just going to do it 10 at a time. I might actually open another account with even more. But anyway, the idea here is that I make money from the funding rate, okay? Now, this is assuming a couple of things, right? This is one, assuming that the funding rate remains positive. if you remember, it says right here, if it's a negative, then the shorts pay the longs. And of course, if it's positive, then the longs pay the shorts. So since it's positive, I'm being paid by the longs to hold the short position. So that's the first assumption. If the funding rate remains positive, then I can continue the strategy. Number two, the second assumption is that I have to maintain a long enough runway of capital to continue to add margin in case the price continues to go up past $2 and even $3. Like, as long as I have enough capital and the funding rate remains positive, then this position will remain lucrative. At some point, I'm going to have to close it, though. I'm not sure when that's going to be. I don't really care too much if I lose in this small position. I just want to see if I can actually make enough from the funding rate to maybe cover my loss, if the loss isn't that substantial. But that's basically what I'm doing. Let me know what your take is, if you're doing this or if you're taking another strategy. I mean, the good thing about Hyperliquid, especially this chart, is that I can see all the positions I've opened and closed since the beginning of Aster listings, or since the very beginning at around 92 cents. The good thing about Hyperliquid is that I can see all the positions I've opened and closed and all the limit orders I've set all the way up to 215 to ensure that I don't get liquidated by a major price spike, which we're experiencing right now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to see how long I can hold on to this position and see if I can make a little money shorting it, because Aster, at the end of the day, it's a new token. It ran up from 3 cents all the way to nearly $2 in a matter of days. So at some point, a major correction was due to happen. The only question is, right, and I think this might continue to go up, but I'm not sure. So at some point, there's going to be another major correction, I think, because we can't continue to see a pump of this magnitude, forever. So we'll see. So my overarching thesis is that at some point we'll see a major, another major correction, and that's it. We'll see if I win out in the end. And at the end of the day, I'm still learning, and this is kind of fun. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you're doing, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.